What's up, guys? I'm here with Maddie Webber, newest Illinois women's basketball commit. Yeah, just wanted to chop it up and talk to her a little bit about our journey working together, her journey at Villanova, her new exciting journey at Illinois. So, yeah, we can just get right into it. Talk about, I guess, your high school career and then what led you to Villanova.
Yeah, so I would say starting out my freshman year, I was really small. I was like 5'7", I would say, which is small for like a college player. So I didn't really think about playing in college, really. I knew I was good enough because I started like all 4 years, but I wasn't really sure. And then I didn't have an AAU team I was playing for, or like I did, but I didn't really know where I was going to go to next because I wanted to switch it up. And then I went to Slam for AAU, and it kind of changed everything. Like, my coach helped me a lot with my confidence, and that kind of helped me get better, especially growing also helped a lot too. So then I knew I could play, and like Jamal was my coach, and he had all the confidence in me, which helped so much. So that helped a lot. And I decided to choose Villanova because I really liked the culture and everything about it. It was great. The girls were really nice, and I feel like I adapted really well coming in my freshman year. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I can relate to you because as a freshman in high school, I was 5'3". So it was like college basketball was a dream and a goal, but it was almost like I need to grow into my body. Otherwise, this is not going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, we first met, I believe, people don't know, our sisters are really good friends up at Penn State. So we first met, I think, over a year ago, started working together. And one thing I noticed about you is, like, being at Villanova, you were just, from the beginning, freshman, sophomore year, you were just a natural leader right away. And it's hard for a lot of freshmen and sophomores to do that. So, like, talk to me a little bit about your leadership style or where that comes from, because I noticed it just from your work ethic and just being on the court leading the other girls in the huddles and stuff. So where does that come from? Or, yeah.
I feel like I've always been a leader in all the teams I've played on. Like, even when I was a freshman in high school, I feel like I had a good leader role because I was like a point guard at the time. And then also through AAU, like I came in, now I'm big guard. And Jamal wanted me to be like the leader of the team, so that helped a lot, especially with AAU.
Was your head coach in high school?
No, for AAU.
AAU coach.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I mean that helped a lot, and then coming into college, obviously it's hard as a freshman, like trying to be a leader. But I feel like a lot of the times I just like brought it in, told everyone like we were good. I mean, obviously, again, being a freshman, it's like not the easiest thing.
Yeah,
and then I think since a lot of people obviously left for my sophomore year, it helped me become even a bigger leader because I was there playing like before. So
yeah, what's that like, playing in the Big East, being one of the best players on a team, being at the top of opponents' scouting reports every night? Because I played Division III basketball at Moravian, and I was nowhere near as good as you, like for my level, but I was a pretty good player. I averaged 15 points a game my senior year, and I want to hear your perspective of like when you know the other team is scouting you, they know all your plays, they know your tendencies, they're going to double you. Like, how do you find ways to still be effective and be successful?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously really hard because they're so focused on me, but it kind of helps me make plays for other people then because the defense is always going to collapse on me. And then I kind of learned how to adapt through that. So if a double's coming, like, obviously I learned how to, like, shoot over my shoulder. So it's hard to stop that. So that's something. And then, like I said, just making plays for other people. And then my teammates just finding me on every little opportunity that there is.
Yeah, and that's one thing I think makes you so talented too, is like you're not just a standstill shooter. You can break your defender down, you can get to a spot, you can rise up with weird foot positions and get your shot up. So I think that's really big. And then I wanted to touch on your Korean heritage, right? So how has that impacted you? Like, I feel like there's probably not a lot of Korean basketball players, right? So shout out Caitlin Chen. She's Taiwanese, I think.
Okay.
So she got drafted last night, but I'm sure that was cool for you to see, or talk about what that means to kind of, I don't know, just be different and not the typical basketball player.
I think it's just really interesting, like, that there aren't a lot of Asian basketball players, and then being able to represent, obviously, like, the culture and, like, heritage and stuff like that is really important. And I like taking that role. Like, when I was younger, like, people would just call me, like, the Asian basketball player because, like, there's no one else around that, like, obviously was Asian and playing. And, like, obviously you don't want to be called that, but, I mean, I owned it. That's who I am. So I just made them know who I was, finally, like, know my name. So
what made you, well, I can honestly relate to that because I'm Jewish, so I would be called like the Jewish basketball player, honestly. But what did you play any other sports, or like how did you get into basketball? Did your parents play basketball, or what was that? How'd you get into it?
Yeah, my mom played in high school, and she was a state champion, so she kind of convinced me to do that. Yeah, and she would have my sister and I like dribble around the house with our left hand only. So I mean, I just fell in love with the game. It was always fun to me. I was always dribbling around the house, and I would be outside when it's like 100 degrees shooting, and my mom's like, you need to get inside. Like, it's way too hot. So.
And Pittsburgh gets 100 degrees?
Yeah. Damn. Well, a while ago, not recently with them.
Who wins one-on-one, you or Mia? Mia's her older sister.
Yeah. Mia used to, because she was so much bigger than me. Like, she was way taller than me.
Only 1 year older, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's when I said I was so small. So she would, like, bully me. But then later, like, obviously, I started winning.
Last thing to touch on, big news. I think it was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
2 days ago, you announced your commitment to Illinois women's basketball. Let's clap it up. No, but really exciting. I think your 2 years at Villanova, you probably learned a lot. You definitely grew as a player, and I'm sure as a person and a leader. But there's always times in life where you want a new situation, a fresh start, get out of your comfort zone and try something new. So maybe talk about what you're looking forward to at Illinois. What drew you there, the coaching staff or the facilities, or what you're looking forward to?
So first, everyone thinks it's the NIL, and it was not that. There's a lot more that goes into that.
I heard it was. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
There's a lot more that goes into that. So obviously playing in the Big Ten Conference, it's one of the best basketball conferences, and they play on TV all their games, so that's something I want to do. It just helps with exposure, and then being able to develop at such a high level will help so much, and playing a pro-style offense can also help so much going to the league or playing overseas. So that's a huge reason I made the decision to go to a Big Ten school.
For sure, yeah, and that's definitely one of the best women's conferences in the country. I mean, Iowa's been so amazing with Caitlin Clark and Lucy this year, so I'm excited to come watch for sure. But I guess last thing, we'll wrap it up. If you, in 5 years, you see yourself, where's Maddie Webber? Is she still playing basketball? Is she running a business? What's she doing?
She's playing basketball and then helping kids any way she can. So, yeah.
I love it. All right, there you have it for Maddie Webber. Make sure you guys check her out next season at Illinois. She's going to have a huge junior season. So, appreciate you coming on.
And follow me on Instagram.
Follow her on Instagram. Plug yourself. What's the Instagram?
Maddie, Maddie Webber with 2 B's.
If any brand out there wants an NIL partner, you know where to find her.
Yep.
Peace. Appreciate you guys watching.
Thanks.